Welcome back. Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Emmanuel Ogidi, along with 21 lawmakers on Monday, formally defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress. Emmanuel Ogidi defected, citing unresolved divisions within the party, that's the PDP South-South Zonal Executive, and the worsening crisis at the party's national level. Take a look.
Barrister Victor Okowa. The subject matter of his announcement is resignation of my membership from the People's Democratic Party. And the message reads as follows. This is to formally notify you of my resignation from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress APC. My resignation is as a result of the all-resolved disputes at the national headquarters as well as the South-South zone of the party. This takes immediate effect on Wednesday, 30th April 2025. Please accept the assurances of my sincere regards. Signed, Right Honorable Barrister Victor.
Recall that the governor of Delta State, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, and the former governor, Ifeanyi Okowa, left the People's Democratic Party 2 weeks ago to join the All Progressives Congress. Meanwhile, the PDP has already announced plans to challenge its defection and the defecting lawmakers in court. To discuss the defection tornado in the People's Democratic Party, we are joined by the chairman, PDP South-South Caretaker Committee, Emmanuel Ogidi. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. All right. A good way to, I think we'll begin by first asking how you feel about the defections. Do you consider it a betrayal, or do you just think the game is the game? Okay, we're trying to sort out the audio issues, but whilst we're doing that, we of course do have the chairman, PDP South-South Caretaker Committee, Emmanuel Ogidi, and the conversations we'll be exploring would be exactly how the People's Democratic Party feels about the defection that has happened, if they expected it, if it was foreseen, and if it could have been avoided. And now that the defections have happened, how exactly, first of all, does the PDP feel about it? Is it considering this a betrayal, especially because at the end of the day, it is still politics? And what the hopes of the PDP are in still building a formidable structure or maintaining a formidable structure in South-South, where it of course did have a lot of influence, particularly in Delta State, where PDP has been the leading party for years now. So what exactly does this mean for the People's Democratic Party? Some have argued that the PDP has lost its structure. In describing reasons why they left the party, what we did see, some said that it was because they had tried over and over again to fix the internal struggles within the People's Democratic Party, but that, it could not be sorted. But now, joining us again, this time we're joined by the chairman, PDP South-South Caretaker Committee, Emmanuel Ogidi. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us. First of all, we'll start by asking how you felt or how you feel about the defection. Do you consider this a betrayal on the part of the governor, the former governor, and all the other PDP members who have moved, or do you think that it's really just politics and, like they say, the game is the game?
I'm pained, but it's politics. Consider the fact that PDP developed Delta State in the last 26 years. So how would you think I'll feel? People you have been associated with for the last 26 years and going away to another party, giving all our credit. All the development stride achievement we have had in Delta State for the last several years were done by PDP government. So I'm not happy. I hope you're with me.
Yes, we are. We got your statement there. You said that you're not happy. But what would you term this as? Would you term it as a political strategy to see the entire Delta State become an APC state? Or would you say it is complete betrayal on the trust of loyalists to the PDP?
Like I said, everything we do these days is politics. And it will be determined in 2027 when the voters will show their merit. Because the voters that determine what happens in any political party. We may say what we want to say, the voters have their right to determine who rules them. So as a PDP man, I will do my best to ensure that the voters return us to the government house.
You earlier alluded to the fact that Delta State, and we all know this, has been a foundational PDP state since 1999. That makes it 26 years. And what happened in the course of the last 2 weeks is unprecedented. Just on Monday, 21 members of the Delta State House of Assembly switched allegiance to the ruling APC. And there's more to come from that defection tornado. It's said that local government chairmen and councillors, who are over 300 in numbers, will be moving to the APC from the PDP. We've seen all of what has happened. Can we say that the PDP in Delta is effectively dead? And is there any coming back? Is there any structure left in the Delta State PDP, looking at its importance and the value it has in the South-South?
You know, in politics, you are free to go out, come in, free to go out, come in. So I know some will definitely come back. Because PDP is a brand in Delta. It's in our DNA. I'm hoping and praying that they'll come back.
And all the political appointees have left to the APC. So who will do the groundwork to make it a viable party that it used to be for 26 years?
That's what I'm saying. It has been viable, it's still viable, and I believe we're going to make it again in 2027.
So you just believe, is this just hope or power of positive affirmation, or is there a plan in place? They will say that hope is not a strategy. Does the PDP have a plan or have a plan to make a comeback? And if yes, what does this plan look like? What would that structure look like for the People's Democratic Party in Delta State?
We do have a plan, but I'm not going to say it on the TV. We have a plan, and we have set the plan in motion.
There are also rumors that the political party loyalists for the PDP, which includes yourself, have also been invited to join the APC. Are you going to make that move soon? And are you going to make any announcements that you'll be moving to the APC?
Me, myself, I said that the PDP runs in my vein. I have no such plans.
But the others said the same. I mean, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori and his SA had been going around town saying that they would never move to the APC. But all of a sudden, they used the analogy of a car and the brain box damage. So how certain are you that in due course, you wouldn't just make that switch? After all, like you said in your first statement to us, answering the question that people who leave political parties always come back. So wouldn't you want to just, accept the calling?
Like I told you, I'm no longer a young man. I'm also aging gracefully. When it gets to that, I think I'll just sit at home.
Now, looking at the PDP at the national level, and the crisis we're seeing is not just in Delta State and the South-South. The PDP at the national level is also having a lot of issues. Are you in communication with the National Executive Committee in Abuja. And what is the PDP doing to put its house in order in order to formidably challenge the ruling APC as we inch towards the 2027 elections? Are there moves that are being made to, resolve some of this internal crisis, which the lawmakers and some of the defectors are using as a valid excuse to decamp?
Well, I haven't used the word excuse. They use that excuse. There's no family without squabbles. And the ability to resolve it, that makes you a great family. And we are on the verge of resolving all our issues because recall that we've been shifting our NEC meetings and several meetings. As a member of NWC, we have finished all the arrangement and we are waiting for 27th of this month to have the NEC meeting. Then after we put a motion on that for the convention in August. So all these are measures we are putting on ground. But the human beings, they don't have patience. I have a lot of patience. See, when you're dealing with human beings, you must have patience. But not everybody will have that. That's why you can see this moving in and out. I don't believe in moving in and out. I believe in maintaining my integrity, and by the grace of God, that's what I'm doing.
So is it safe to say that the other people who have moved, they're not maintaining their integrity? And I want to also particularly bring in Charles Aniagu, who was months or weeks before speaking so strongly in support of the governor, saying that the governor had no intention to move to another political party, and that people should stop making such insinuations. And he, in such strong words, condemned the potential of moving. And I mean, just 2 weeks ago, we see that he has officially moved, alongside with, he's supporting the move of the governor as well. So does it speak to the integrity of the people who were elected on one platform and have now moved to another platform?
No, what I'm not questioning any person's move. Like I said, the constitution of this country allows you to move in and out. You have to understand that. And then I also have my own ideology, which I'm following. That's why they didn't move. They have theirs. So I'm not going to judge them.
Now, you talked about the upcoming NEC meeting on the 27th of this month. What are some of the issues that will be on the table for discussion at the NEC meeting? You're also going to discuss the FCT minister, who seems to be a clog in the wheels of progress of the People's Democratic Party. And also, with regards to the upcoming convention, would you be seeking to retain your position, or would you be looking for a more national position within the PDP fold?
No, what would take most of our attention is to address this issue of defections. We will need to ask ourselves, why are they defecting? If we are the cause, let us do this, let us do that. But so far, we have not given cause for this defection. But members have right to associate and disassociate. That is their fundamental rights protected by the law, by the Constitution. And then I know we're going to talk about discipline, because anybody without discipline will not be a body. Then, of course, if you remember the Supreme Court ruling, where the parties have not been asked to resolve all their issues, of course, that will come on the table again. We need to resolve it. In those days, we hardly go to court. All of a sudden, court became the fashion. Many of us were not comfortable. We need to talk to ourselves and then ensure that all our safeguards are maintained, and then we're good to go. Because now it's a serious business. Because from next year we'll start politicking. And we'll have to get it right. So it's going to be a serious NEC meeting, and then after we're going to go for the convention.
Right.
Let's look at His Excellency, the former Vice President of Nigeria, who also was your 2023 presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Many political party members, especially those in the PDP, one way or the other, have spoken against him contesting, taking the tickets to be the president for 2023, which they feel affected the PDP's chances to be, the winning party. What do you think? Do you think that he should still go for 2027? What are your thoughts on that? Or do you think that it should this time be given to someone else? The mantle should be given to someone else?
Let's look at it this way. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is the leader of the party by our convention because he was our last presidential candidate. Now, he's still a member of the party. Nobody's above the party. It was the party decision then to throw open the presidential race. So, we're not going for another convention. Is it going to be the same way? So, whatever way will come out, don't forget that this is our next meeting. We're proactive. The governors sent us their recommendation, which we discussed at NWC, which we are going to take to the NEC. We have the zoning committee, we have the convention committee. When we inaugurate these two committees, the feedback will be brought, and then we take a position. So, for now, it's still too early to discuss that.
I think my final question would be to ask what your thoughts are about the likelihood again, or the importance of a coalition. Do you think that it's important? Because what we've seen is, even within the People's Democratic Party, there doesn't seem to be a uniform stance on whether or not there should be a coalition. So, are you pro or against the coalition?
When we have our next meeting and we decide on it, it is incumbent on all of us to go by our decision. Until then, I don't have any personal views.
All right. Let me just ask this as well. Ahead of the NEC meeting, would the consideration of having Mr. Peter Gregory be back to the PDP as a foremost, member of the party before, and would there be consideration to have him this time take the mantle on?
It's a free association. You can go out, you can come in, but you can also strategize. If you come, say, why not? But you have to go through the process. I can assure you. We must go through the process of convention.
Emmanuel Ogidi, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, go ahead. You were saying.
Okay, sorry, please go ahead.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
We, of course, look forward to having the feedback from the NEC meeting and what the deliberations by the PDP and, what the united stance will be. Like you said, you don't have a personal opinion in that regard, but want to see what the final outcome is. Thank you for your time.